Eve, with her striking red hair and vibrant youth, traced the sigil with a steady hand. Candlelight flickered, casting dancing shadows on the worn pages of her grimoire. The scent of myrrh and frankincense filled the air, a familiar comfort in the quiet of her study. Years of study, of discipline, had honed her connection to the unseen currents of the universe. She understood the delicate balance, the give and take, the ancient pact between humanity and the forces beyond. A sudden chill ran down her spine. An itch between her shoulder blades spoke of being watched, an unwelcome presence intruding on her sanctuary. Eve extinguished the candles, plunging the room into darkness. She closed her eyes, focusing her senses, reaching out with her awareness. A discordant hum vibrated in the air, a jarring dissonance to the usual symphony of energies. This was something new, something wrong. The internet had become a breeding ground for chaos magic. Memes, those seemingly innocuous images and captions, were twisted into sigils of intent. Hashtags, once used for organization, were now crude incantations, flung into the digital ether with little thought or understanding. Social media, a platform for connection, was now a weapon of mass manipulation, its algorithms exploited to spread fear, anger, and desire. This new generation of self-proclaimed sorcerers lacked the discipline, the respect for the ancient ways. They treated magic like a toy, a quick fix, blind to the potential consequences of their actions. Eve had seen the fallout firsthand, the emotional wreckage left in the wake of their careless spellcasting. It was a dangerous game they played, and she feared the world was not ready for the stakes. Lucian, a brash young man with an arrogant smirk perpetually plastered on his face, styled himself as a digital shaman. He flaunted his powers on social media, amassing a following of impressionable souls who lapped up his every post, retweet and like. He claimed to offer enlightenment, but Eve saw through his facade. Lucian's magic was all surface, a cheap imitation of the real thing. He weaponized virality, crafting memes designed to implant subliminal messages into the minds of the unsuspecting. He used bots and algorithms to manipulate emotions, to sow discord and discontent. He was a parasite, feeding off the energy of his followers, and Eve knew she had to stop him. Section 4. The Depths of Tradition. Eve delved into her studies, her fingers tracing the faded ink of her grimoire. She meditated, seeking guidance from the ancient spirits, the guardians of true magic. Her magic was old, rooted in the earth, in the cycles of the moon and the stars. It was a slow, deliberate magic, built on years of study, of understanding the interconnectedness of all things. She knew that to defeat Lucian, she couldn't fight fire with fire. His magic was all about noise, about distraction. She had to be subtle, to work her magic on a deeper level, to unravel his spells from the inside out. She would meet chaos with calm, manipulation with clarity, arrogance with wisdom. Section 5. The Tables Turn. Lucian, drunk on his own perceived power, targeted Eve directly. He unleashed a barrage of memes, each one crafted to sow doubt, to undermine her confidence, to break her spirit. But Eve was ready for him. She had anticipated his every move, studying his patterns, understanding the crude mechanisms of his magic. With a flick of her wrist, she deflected his attacks, turning his own magic back on him. The memes he had crafted with such malice, the subliminal messages he had woven into their very fabric, now carried a different tune. They whispered of compassion, of understanding, of the interconnectedness of all things. Lucian, caught in his own web of deceit, found himself overwhelmed by the very forces he had sought to control. His carefully constructed online persona crumbled, his followers, waking up from their digital slumber, finally seeing him for what he truly was. A charlatan, a pretender to a throne he could never hope to occupy.